Hello, ladies, and welcome to my installment of House of Preeminence. It's Dawn Bates here. Um, Today, I wanted to discuss the subject of peerlessness. And I'd like to start with a quote by Roald Dahl, one of my all-time favourite authors. Whether it's Danny Champion of the World, or Matilda, or The Hungry Crocodile. Um, One of his quotes is, and this is something that really, really resonates with me on so many levels, is those who do not believe in magic will never see it. And for me, the relationship to that and peerlessness is if we are not seeing our own magic, then how can we really step into our own realm of peerlessness? There is only one of us. Only we can create our own magic. And so many of us don't see our own magic. We don't see how powerful we are, how gifted we are, and how much of an impact we have on those around us. And it comes, this week has been a bit of an emotional journey for me. I have got present to quite a few things. And you know, that's when we go through any step changes in our business, we look at our business model, which Jenny was speaking about in today's post, about, you know, looking at our how and looking at the why, and making sure that they're in alignment. And how are we actually going to deliver our why? What tweaks can we make in our business? And it's something that I've been working on over the last month and a half. Really quite focusedly. I mean, I've been working on the, you know, the tweaks in my business is what we do as entrepreneurs, but more so over the last few months. And one of the things I work on with my clients is how they can embody who they are, how they can see their own magic, and how they can really, really tap into their self-worth while we're writing a book. Now, sorry, there's some building going on, and I don't know if you can hear it, and I apologize. It's been going on since stupid o'clock this morning. Um, and But when we write a book, are we doing it simply as a lead magnet, or are we doing it to add value? And who are we reaching out to when we write a book? Now, if we are an expert in our field, then yes, writing a book is a great way of actually attracting clients, because let's be honest, authors don't make a huge amount of money a lot of the time because they are relying solely on royalties. And if you are an author and you are relying solely on making money from your book without having other multiple income streams, then you're not really going to be maximizing the return on the book. But one of the things that I've noticed, there is a huge market out there of self-help books on expertise, how to do this, how to do that. And the thing is, when we don't put our heart and soul and who we are into our books, we don't talk about our journey, we are just getting lost in the vanilla. We're getting lost in the white noise. And a lot of the time, if you are trying to attract high ticket clients, writing those books is not going to do you any good, because the people who are willing to pay high ticket prices have already achieved and mastered a lot of what it is that you're putting out there. Now, one of the things I do with my clients is I get them to see their value. I get them to see how they are so unique, and what they have to offer is so much more than they think it is. So we don't just write a book, we look at the whole strategy of their business, which is again one of the reasons why my business model and my strategies change quite rapidly. And that was rather loud. But it's that when we're writing our book and we're putting our journey in there and what we have come, our learnings, we're going to be attracting a very different level of person, somebody who thinks a little bit deeper and actually looks at how they can collaborate and make money with you, but also how you can go and impact the world on a much more profound level. And that's when your peerlessness really comes into its own. Don't get lost in the white noise. Don't get lost in the vanilla. Add your own raspberry ripple to it, as I mentioned last time, or a rum and raisin if you prefer rum and raisin. But adding yourself and seeing yourself as more than you are is never a bad thing. And we have been conditioned so often that it's not right to sing our own praises. It's not right to believe in ourselves. And it comes from society, it comes from religion, it comes from the media, it comes from families, from generations. I don't know if you can hear this, but this is really like, it's really distracting. So I'm going to keep this one quite short. But I just want you to really tap into who you are. And instead of looking at the cost of something, see something as an investment. You know, and when you're putting out your prices, consider the amount of time it's taken you to invest in the knowledge it's taken you to get to where you are, the experiences you've had that have led you to where you are. But also break down the cost per minute. How much is a moment of your time worth? How much is a moment in your company worth to somebody else? Because when you break it down into your minute rate, not your hourly rate or your day rate, but how much are you worth to somebody? How much are you worth to yourself? I wrote an article on my blog yesterday, dawnbates.com, and it was like, pay yourself first. You know, whether that's pay yourself sleep first, because once we remove the element of money from paying yourself first, we get left with things such as sleep, exercise, knowledge, investment in yourself, fun and giggles with yourself. What are you going to pay yourself first when you remove money from the equation? You see, the thing is, when we get down to what our moments are worth, and a moment of someone being in our space is worth, then we get really truly present to how much we are worth and how much we can actually go and impact the world and understand the level of peerlessness we actually have, because we're all really truly unique. And don't get lost in the world of writing books just for the sake of saying you're an international bestseller or that you're an author, because we actually diminish the value of those titles. We diminish the value of ourselves when we just do something to have a label or to have a title. We underestimate our own value. And by doing so, we underestimate the value of those who actually have done a lot of work to earn and achieve and receive those accolades. So, how are you going to honor your worth? How are you going to see your own magic and step into true peerlessness? I will leave that with you. Comments below, reach out to connect with me if you wish, and I will see you again next week for another installment from Dawn Bates. And remember, June edition is out very, very soon. Excited! Ciao for now.